Brodettes. So, some exciting developments. As we know, The Flash movie, not the CW series. The Flash, which is and should be a part of the Snyderverse, but it's not yet. We don't know yet. But apparently, I've done reports on this before, but Ben Affleck, obviously reprising his role as the Batman, as we know and love. But then, of course, I'm even more excited that the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Keaton, will be returning. And there were some things back and forth that we don't really know if he was set to come on. There was some scheduling conflicts with the pandemic. So they started delaying the shooting. And then, of course, we saw a little sneak when they filmed day one at the old Bruce Manor from Tim Burton's film. So they saw a sneak of that. We saw a couple photos. And now, director Andy Muschietti. I think I pronounced that right. I always butcher his name. Muschietti. Being Italian, I should be able to do that. But Andy, the director of the film, just posted this. Oh, look at this fucking photo. Dude. So obviously this is Keaton's suit. So if they don't make Keaton, I don't know why they wouldn't. But if something happens to where they can't bring in Keaton and they end up doing someone else with the same suit, the anger is going to be so strong in the DC community. So, but this does look like Michael Keaton's suit from the Tim Burton films. And then, of course, there's blood splattered. Now, I think on Instagram, I'm going to look on his thing, but I don't think there's a comment. No. See? No comment. He just posts that. That's not cool, bro. Right? That's just not a cool way to do things. You don't want to post just that picture with nothing, no hashtag, no nothing. Ugh, annoying. But anyway, I did want to read this quick little article from cnet.com, which is where I'm getting the info from. We've known Michael Keaton is making his comeback as Batman in 2022's DC superhero movie, The Flash, for a while. But on Friday, which was today, the director offered a visual tease on Instagram. He shared a shot from the 1989 Batman logo suggesting Keaton's Bruce Wayne will wear some version of his original movie costume. There's also some blood splatter across the bat symbol. Interesting. However, Keaton's Batman killed a bunch of people in the 89 movie and in 1992's Batman Returns, so it's hardly the first time the suit has been bloodied. But, I mean, to that point, though, this is the first time we're actually seeing it, right? Because normally, like in Burton's films, there's no blood splatter, like there's no Snyder-style splatter. So it kind of looks like this could be super interesting how Andy's going to do this thing. It continues to say that Keaton and Ben Affleck will both play Batman in the multiverse-spanning Flash, which hits theaters November 4th, 2022. Oh, man, it's over a year away. It's so annoying. It's supposedly Affleck's last time downing the cow, but Keaton is rumored to be sticking around to play Batman for other films, very similar to Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it looks like they are kind of going with the Flashpoint style comic, which I'm excited about and makes complete sense to me, as long as they do it the right way. You know, if they can introduce maybe Terry McInnes, and then maybe, you know, Michael Keaton can do like a Batman Beyond film, and he could be the older, wiser, disgruntled, angered Batman, that would be sick. But if they're not planning on doing that, then I don't know the purpose of this, because you're not going to, you know, have Ben Affleck's Batman be in 10 movies, right? It's only going to be maybe committed to the Flash universe. So I hope he's said to carry on into the Batman Beyond film. I don't know why they haven't made a live action film yet. Maybe they're waiting for this moment. I think it's the perfect time to do it. So if you don't do it, again, I'm going to be super pissed. But I'm more excited to see Michael Keaton in some version of this suit, because that was my favorite, and still to the day, probably my favorite Batman film is the first and the second one, because I love Tim Burton's take. I love Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and as Batman. He was dark, he was ominous, he was gritty. Like, it was just a really, for the 90s. I mean, you know, 89 was the first one. I mean, imagine what we can do now. So I'm stoked. Can't wait. Can't wait.